What's going on, my Dragon Ball fans? And I actually really appreciate Trunks' spotlight in this episode when he said that what happens in this past does not necessarily affect the future that I'm from. You guys know that kind of irritated me in the last review I did of this anime last week, and I'm glad that he touched on that and he said that, okay, my past and your past, talking to the kid Trunks, are completely different. Like, they have totally different upbringings, and Goku and Vegeta are still dead in his future, which still has me wondering, how the hell does Zamasu know about Goku in Trunks' future? Because if that is true, Zamasu should have never met Goku in the first place if he's in Trunks' future. So my theory is, I think this is obvious, but I think that the time ring that the Kais possess not only allow them to go back and forth through time, but also allow them to jump to different timelines, like in general. Like, we know that Goku's present is Trunks' past, and Trunks is from the future, but they're on two different timelines. At some point, they kind of split apart, creating two entirely different timelines. So I don't think the time rings just simply allow you to go back and forth through time. I think it allows you to cross over to the many timelines that there probably are. So I think that's the only explanation at this point that would make sense for why the hell the Zamasu in Trunks' future would know who Goku is. But yeah, anyway, I'm glad they kind of cleared that up. We still don't have confirmation if that's what the time rings do, but that's what I'm going to go ahead and assume that they do. That's what the time rings are all about. And even Beerus is like, okay, if I killed him here, then he should be dead in the futures. And he was thinking, I'm assuming he was thinking about that current world's future, but it's on a different timeline. So that's probably why Beerus was wrong. He probably never really experienced like these two different timeline scenarios before, so you can't really blame him. But anyway, on to this actual episode. Kid Trunks following the time machine and say, "Go do it, me, whoop his ass." I really hope that the conversation he had with the older Trunks, saying that I never got to see anything this beautiful before when I was a kid. You know, Vegeta died when I was like 6 months, I think he said. I only saw him in pictures. I really hope all of that is getting to Kid Trunks and is making Kid Trunks want to train more and get more powerful, so he can protect everything that the other Trunks could not really experience. That would be epic. And I really do want there to be another powerful Saiyan in this besides just Goku and Vegeta. I mean, Super Saiyan Blue is awesome, but let's get real. Super Saiyan Blue is just so overpowered. It pretty much renders almost the rest of the Dragon Ball cast irrelevant based on how, on power anyway. And with all this Trunks business going on, what's going on with Goten? I think Goten would have added some hilarious dialogue. I mean, I think he's still with Chi-Chi, but still, I think it would have been funny to see Goten look at this older Trunks and be like, "Hey, Trunks, it's you, but bigger." Because you know how Goten kind of talks like Goku, like in a simple kind of way. And I'm not saying he's dumb or anything, but he talks kind of simple. And I think that would have been hilarious. He could have been an excellent added comedic relief to this arc, but I mean, he's off with schoolwork or whatever. But hopefully Trunks, after all of this, Kid Trunks, he goes to him and be like, "Hey, we gotta man up, fuck this schoolwork. We gotta become badasses again." Because I really want to see someone at least go Super Saiyan 3 besides a fusion like Gotenks. I want to see Trunks or Goten or maybe Gohan if he gets back on his martial arts to become a Super Saiyan 3 at least, because we deserve another Super Saiyan 3 at least. Now, I'm not saying that this episode was bad. I actually really liked it, but there was a lot of downtime. There was like a lot of comedic aspects with Whis and Beerus, with the soup and whatever, and then pretty much orgasming and sploosing all over the place because of how delicious it was. They went back and forth with Trunks and Goku saying like, okay, maybe the future isn't like Beerus says, and then Beerus is like, you know what, fuck you, I'm a god, you should believe whatever the fuck I say. I'm glad that Trunks didn't go back to the future by himself, because he would have gotten owned. And there was a lot of, like I said, downtime. We went back to the future and saw some of the resistance, and I was actually ready, because at the beginning of the episode it says the identity of Black revealed, so I'm like, okay, this is all nice, heartwarming, Maha's alive, the sensu being helped her or whatever, but let's get to Zamasu and Black already. That's what I was like the entire episode, and then we didn't really get to them until the end. But some people actually predicted this, it's not as big of a shock as I wanted his identity revealed to be. But up until now, it's only been, well, the Dragon Ball cast have assumed that they made a copy of Goku, whereas in fact he switched, well, Zamasu switched bodies with Goku and then killed Goku while he was in Zamasu's body. So the Zamasu that's there next to Black is more than likely just another Zamasu from a different timeline because of the time ring thing. I'm pretty sure they're going to explain that in the next episode. But Black, well, Zamasu Black, if you want to call him that now, he claims that his first wish was him switching bodies with Goku. So I'm pretty sure there's another wish that we weren't told about. He may have just used time rings over and over to jump into the future, like stated in the previous episodes, just reuse the Super Dragon Balls over and over. And he may have wished for immortality. He may have wished for who knows what else. So the other Zamasu that's there next to Zamasu Black could be the same Zamasu. He could have made a clone of himself, or he could have, you know, just recruited another Zamasu from a different timeline. He may have like an army of Zamasus, immortal Zamasus at that. So here's to hoping that there is an interesting twist like that, because I mean, this was a twist, but it's not like we haven't seen characters switching bodies in this, you know, anime before. You know, like with Ginyu, it's been a big thing. Like, it's happened before, and that character actually had an ability to allow him to switch bodies. He didn't need Dragon Balls or anything for that. So I think that this reveal is kind of underwhelming, but it's interesting to see, and I really want to see exactly which timeline this Zamasu went to get Goku's body and switch, or did he just like go to the Dragon Balls and just switch right then and there and then flew to the Zamasu and Goku's body and killed him? I want to see how all this played out. I hope there's like a flashback, but I think in the preview to the next episode, it shows Zamasu snatching the earrings off of that Supreme Kai, and so I'm thinking it's more than one specific timeline. Now maybe the Zamasu that Beerus destroyed is not the Zamasu that actually made it to the other timelines, because who knows how many timelines there can be of each universe and each world. So I think this really can get complicated if, you know, Toriyama makes it that way, but I'm hoping it doesn't. I hope there's a clear-cut explanation. And I mean, this time travel stuff is just confusing because there's two different timelines. There's a future and a past. There's a future and a past in the different timelines, and then there's a ring that can travel supposedly freely among all of them. So Zamasu can really be OP and damn near invincible if he recruits like say 100 blacks or some shit like that. I really hope this will be the point where Goku is forced to fuse with Vegeta and Super Saiyan Blue. Give us a Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. I think that's what we really all want. And I don't know how Black can be defeated. I may actually make a separate video of how I think Goku Black or Zamasu Black will be defeated, but at least we know now that that is Goku's body. It's not a copy. It's a different Goku from a different timeline with Zamasu inside of him. So tell me what you guys think. How are there so many different Zamasus? I think the obvious answer is they're different Zamasus from different timelines or whatever. And what do you think the other wish Zamasu made? How many wishes did you think he made? But yes, Goku Black is now confirmed to be Zamasu in Goku's body. And that's one mystery solved, but there's still a few more unanswered questions. But tell me what you guys thought about this episode. It was pretty good in my opinion. I was just waiting on the identity to be revealed the entire episode. I was like, okay, this is heart touching. You know, I like this scene, but I really want to see what's going on with Black, because Black and Future Trunks are like the main things of this entire arc. So the fact that they told us Black's identity will be revealed like in the first few seconds of this episode in the title is like, okay, I really want to hurry up and get the fuck back to the future and find out. But yeah, tell me what you guys think about Black's identity. This has been jbDAuchiha. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.